Right now, Battlefield 1 looks amazing, but one thing that plagues a lot of games after release of E3 and early gameplay footage is a downgrade. What's going on guys, Blue here, and welcome back to another video. It's been a while since I made a video, and quite honestly I enjoy being back. It's always fun to edit videos. Obviously I'm out of groove in terms of speech and commentary, so that's going to take a bit of work to get back to that. But I'm back. I'm going to have about 2 weeks to make some videos, and then I'm on holiday. Maybe you'll see a few photos on my Twitter page of where I'm going on holiday. We're going to California, so that's going to be great. But until then, I will have a lot of videos for you guys out, and I'll hopefully be making some that'll be out when I'm on holiday. But aside from that, today's video is really a basic little video that I came up with while doing all my exams, which is why there wasn't many videos over the last month, maybe month and a half. And now I'm back, as I was done. I don't have any worries, so hopefully I'll get back into a 3-video schedule. That'll be addressed in a different video when I get back on that schedule, but for now I just wanted to get a video out to get back into the groove, back into the filmmaker videos, to remember why I do it and why I have so much fun. And of course today's video is about downgrading in video games. Now if you don't know what downgrading is, it's where developers show a game that looks amazing, has incredible graphics, the game plays smooth, and you think, wow, this looks great. Then when the game releases, it doesn't run as well, it doesn't look as good, and overall the game is really nothing like it was shown to be. The reason this is really an issue is because it's technically a scam. If I went up to you and basically said, hey, here's a movie, this movie is 1080p, perfect, you know, everything about it is great, and then you watch that movie, it's riddled with bugs, errors, it freezes all the time, is in not 1080p, it's in maybe 440, and the film is just absolutely terrible, then that's technically a scam. But game developers get past this by leaving tiny small print on things and by signing perfect documents that mean that whatever they show isn't final. This becomes an issue then, because a game like Watch Dogs will be released where everyone thinks this game is going to be groundbreaking, it looks amazing, the gameplay's great. It comes out and the game is subpar, with nothing like the graphics they showed, nowhere near the AI technology, and overall just a boring, unentertaining story. Watch Dogs, like I said, being the biggest example of this, and another one that definitely comes to mind, seeing as it's a game I play a lot, is Rainbow Six Siege. You can see the game looked amazing in some of the early gameplay, even the first gameplay, and then suddenly had a huge downgrade on the alphas, betas, and even the release. Now the reason for doing this obviously is because they wanted the game to run better. But the problem then is the fact that the game isn't at all like they showed. So many things have changed, and even huge parts of the game like the helicopter breach have just been completely removed. So then the effects of this is that there's hugely damaged sales in terms of people getting a game, reviewing it, telling other people not to buy it. Of course you'll still get pre-orders, but so many people won't buy the game, and then if there's a sequel, people probably won't trust the sequel, and therefore you make less money again. And this becomes an issue then, because people are saying, oh, I bought this game expecting to be like they show, but it's nothing the same. At which point you can run into a lawsuit where, again, like I said, the perfect small print and the perfect documents mean that developers can't be sued for this sort of thing. Now personally for me, I don't really mind it as an issue. Game developers have to sell the game somehow, and by running it on the best graphics possible and the best PC possible is definitely a way to do that. The biggest problem I have is where they completely pass it off as gameplay that is final. I would personally prefer if they put a little text in the bottom corner or somewhere on the screen saying gameplay not final, rather than advertising it as a complete game already. That is what I think the main issue is. So the main question of this video, of course, is it really an issue? It personally depends on what you think and what games are actually like. If a game is shown to be this huge, new, diverse sort of game that, you know, it's going to change everything, it comes out and it's basically the same game as a lot of things out on the market already, and the same again, the graphics are meant to be amazing and break all the molds of graphics, and it comes out and it's basically standard, then you've got a big issue on your hands. But then obviously for the standard then where game developers have to sell the game, it's pretty much kind of acceptable. And I say kind of acceptable because people will still get annoyed. If you look at games like God of War, that game looks incredible. I seriously doubt it'll look that good when it comes out. For something like Battlefield 1, at the moment with all these dynamic environments and the raindrops on weapons and things like that, I doubt it'll be actually that good. It does really depend on what PC you have, but all the PCs they have there are running perfectly on a local area network system rather than being over the internet. Sure, the closed alpha was over the internet, but again, a lot of people they gave it to had high-end PCs. For someone like me with an above-average PC, is the game really going to run this good? Like I said, it comes down to a bit of a sort of 50-50 variant. If a game looks incredibly good, but is definitely going to get a downgrade and people buy it because how good it looks at first, then obviously you'll get tons of sales, but then those sales will drop down because people then begin to realize that the game looks nothing like they were shown. If you have a game that looks decent and maybe doesn't draw people in with how good it looks, then you'll definitely get some sales, but not as many as you would if it looked amazing. But then possibly because of the good response of the game not being a downgrade and, you know, running so flawlessly, working so well and being a good game, you'll get more sales after that. So it really comes down to developers wanting to either sell early and sell fast, or have a long-lasting game that is definitely going to bring in more fans as it keeps going. There were tons of games shown at E3 that might get an upgrade, obviously the number one candidate being Watch Dogs 2, the little brother of Watch Dogs 1, which received the biggest downgrade of all time. Now, I doubt this one will actually get a downgrade because obviously, you know, they showed so much of it and the first one was played without issue, so surely they've learned the lesson. But then again, you never know. They might want to again sell quick and sell games early rather than have developers or rather than have critics go up and tear the game apart before anyone can buy it. The last point I want to make is that game developers can sometimes make this game look amazing before suddenly realizing that, hey, this isn't going to run as well on certain people's PCs or consoles. You know what, let's downgrade the game. That makes sense then, but again, it really bugs me when they claim that this is what the final game is going to look like, and yet everyone is saying downgrade incoming, you know, downgrade's going to happen. And the game developers still go up and say, no, this is what the game's going to look like, rather than disclaiming, this is not what it's going to look like, this is what we want it to look like. Bear in mind, it will change eventually. So with that topic addressed, I really want to find out what you guys think. Battlefield 1 does look incredible at the moment, and I can see it maybe continuing to look as good, but definitely with some changes. There's some things in there that I think, wait, is it really going to work that well? But hopefully the game does look as good. I'm hoping to upgrade my PC maybe to something better, if not to get a whole new one, but I really don't know. Until then, my name is Boom Monsoon. If you have any thoughts, any questions for me, leave them down in the comments below. More videos on the way. Until then, Blue Monsoon, out.